Good morning, students. Take out your history and civics book of class 6th. Open your previous chapter, chapter number 3rd, the Mesopotamian civilization. In the first 3 videos, the topic we have discussed till now, number 1, to know about the Mesopotamian civilization. Number 2, sources of information. Number 3, chief features of the Mesopotamian civilization. In main chief features, we have already discussed cities, society, the king and his government, religion, means of livelihood, trade and commerce, art and architecture. Students, today we will discuss next 3 features of the lesson. They are writing, science and other achievements. But before to proceed with this topic, first we will discuss new words related to it. Number 1, cuneiform means wedge-shaped script used in ancient Mesopotamia. Number 2, wedge means a piece of metal or wood that is sharp at one end and gradually grows thicker. Number 3, reed means marsh plant with tall straight stalks. Number 4, eclipse means is an astronomical event when one object in the sky moves into shadow of another object. Number 5, archaeologist means people who study remains of the past. Number 6, shekels means the basic monetary unit of modern Israel. Number 7, dike means a long thick wall that is built to prevent to sea or river from flooding lowlands. Now students, open your page number 30 of your book and come to the next feature, that is writing. But first we will discuss points related to this feature. Writing. First point is, the greatest achievement of the Mesopotamians was the invention of the art of writing. Number 2, the Sumerians were first to invent a pictographic form of writing known as the cuneiform. Number 3, the Sumerians began to use picture symbols marked into clay tablets to keep their record. And number 4, their system of writing was later adopted by the Semites, the Hittites, and the Persians. Now, let's start reading writing. The people of Mesopotamia introduced the system of writing as early as 4000 BC. Their system of writing was known as cuneiform. Student, the meaning of cuneiform we have already discussed in new words. Means wedge-shaped script used in ancient Mesopotamia. That used wedge-shaped characters. Writing was done on clay tablets from right to left. Now student, underline the word wedge means a piece of metal or wood that is sharp at one end or gradually grows thicker. And student, underline the word clay tablets. That means less flat surface made of clay which is used to write. Next, the pen was made of reed or bone. Different symbols, designs or signs were used to represent gods, people, animals, plants, temples, and cities. The symbols were developed into graphs which were finally associated with words. The writing were preserved on tablets of baked clay. Now student, underline the word associated means related. Next, underline the word preserved means protect. Many pieces of such tablets with writing related to trade, law, and literature have been discovered. Here, trade means business, law means kanun, and literature means written work. Next, their system of writing was later adopted by the Semites, the Hittites, and the Persians. Here, the Semites were the people of Saudi Arabia, and Hittites were the people of Turkey, and Persians were the people of Iran. Now student, in this paragraph, we have read about the writing of Mesopotamian civilization. Students, see this picture. This is the picture of clay tablet that was used by Mesopotamians for writing as a cuneiform script. Next, do you know? The cuneiform script was first deciphered by a British archaeologist, Henry Rawlinson. Now student, mark the word script means handwriting and mark the word deciphered means decode. Archaeologist means the person who study remains of the past. Now students, the next feature that we are going to discuss is science. But before we begin with this feature, I would like to discuss points related to it. Science. First point is, the Mesopotamians were brilliant in astronomy and mathematics. Number 2, they invented lunar calendar. Number 3, they were the first to divide a day into 24 hours, each hour into 60 minutes and each minute into 60 seconds. Number 4, this form of calculation has survived till today. And number 5, mina, the unit of measure which was used by Mesopotamian. Science. In first paragraph, we will study that how Mesopotamians have enough knowledge of astronomy and mathematics. Even Mesopotamians were first who invented lunar calendar, and they divided the calendar into 12 divisions. Mesopotamians gave name to the years on important events like battle, storm, birth and death of important person. Now, let's start reading. The people of Mesopotamia had sufficient, here sufficient means enough, knowledge of astronomy and mathematics. They devised a lunar calendar with 12 divisions. They added an extra division to this calendar whenever they found it necessary to bring the year into harmony with the seasons. They named their years after any important events that had occurred during the year, like a battle, a storm, or the birth and death of an important person. Now student, underline the word astronomy. Astronomy means science which deal with heavenly bodies like stars, planets, etc. Next, underline the word devised means invented. Then, underline the word battle means fight. Storm means strong dusty wind. Next, they could predict eclipse and even gave specific names to the planets and stars. Here, predict means forecast. Students, see this picture. This is the picture of lunar calendar. Next, in mathematics, they use the number 60 as a unit. An hour was divided into 60 minutes and a minute into 60 seconds. A year consisted of 12 months with 30 days in each month. Days and nights were divided into 12 hours each. Next, their measure of weight was mina, which was divided into 50 shekels. Now, student, underline the word shekels means the basic monetary unit of modern Israel. Students, Mesopotamian used mina to measure the weight of any object. Students, see this picture. This is the picture of mina, which was used for measuring weight and that time. Next, the people of Mesopotamia had centers of scientific study, languages, mathematics, and natural sciences. Many texts dated 2nd millennium BC, containing botanical and chemical terms have been discovered. Now student, here the BC means the time period before the birth of Jesus Christ, and botanical means related with botany, means related with plants. Now students, we will discuss last feature, that is other achievements. But before beginning with this feature, first we will discuss points related to it. Other achievements. Number first point, the first wheeled vehicle was invented by the Mesopotamians. They used the potter's wheel to make various kinds of pottery. Number third, the Mesopotamians were first to invent the art of metallurgy. Number four, they were the first to discover copper and bronze. And number five, the Mesopotamians also built dikes and canals. Now students, let's start reading other achievements. The people of Mesopotamia invented the first wheeled vehicle which were used in farm carts and war chariots. Solid wheels were made from the trunk of trees. Now student, underline the word chariots and write down the meaning. A two-wheeled vehicle drawn by horses. And mark the word trunk, means the main woody stem of trees. Now student, here the question arises, who invented the first wheeled vehicle? And the answer is the Mesopotamians. Now students, see this picture. You can see it is the picture of chariots which was first used by Mesopotamians. Now students, come on page number 31. Let's start reading. They perfected the potter's wheel which was used to make various kinds of designer pottery. Underline the word pottery, means articles made of clay soil. Next, they invented the art of metallurgy. Underline the word metallurgy, means related with metals. They were the first who discovered copper and bronze. Now the here question arises, who were the first discover copper and bronze? And the answer is Mesopotamians. They made beautiful jewelry, ornaments and metal wares out of metals. Do you know? Bronze was made by adding tin to copper. This period marked the beginning of Bronze Age because that time bronze was discovered. That's why this period is known as Bronze Age. Now students, see the picture of potter wheel which was used by Mesopotamians for making pottery. The next picture we have of jewelry which was made by Mesopotamians. Now students, let's start reading the last paragraph of this picture. To control the floods of Tigris and Euphrates River, they built dikes. Irrigation canals were also constructed to carry water to the fields. Now student, underline the word dikes. We have already discussed the meaning of dikes in our new words. Means a long thick wall that is built to prevent to sea or river from flooding lowland. Mark the word irrigation. Irrigation means watering the crops. Same as mark the next word canals, means man-made water channel. So students, our target for today till here only. Now students, your homework for today is to read the topic that we did plus write the terms that we discussed on your copy plus come on page number 33, exercise 7, see and answer. You have to find the answers of these questions. Number 1, identify the picture. Number 2, by whom was it built? Number 3, in whose honor was it built? Student, as we have already discussed it in previous video, so you will be able to find this answer easily. Thank you.